Well, now look who wandered in from the wilds. Tonight's guest is no ordinary traveler. They got stories, skills, and maybe a few cursed items to share. So grab a seat, raise a mug, and join us in welcoming Coffee Horse from Coffee and D&D.
What's up? Welcome to the jungle, y'all. We're in deep here.
Welcome to the Chat One and Done Tavern. How you been? It's been a minute.
It has indeed been a minute. They got the pitties on and everything. I've been exploring, filling the world of my caffeinated chaos. For all those that don't know what just happened, I flipped up my pit vipers.
Yeah, you came in super chill today. I was like, hell yeah, dude. That is
He
the
flipped
vibe.
himself into sport mode.
It's business mode out here. I look like a dork, but fuck it.
No, it's beautiful.
Hell yeah,
It's
he
so
rolled
beautiful.
he rolled a nat 20 on charisma today.
Always.
He's got the pit vipers, he's got the button-up shirt.
That says
and
tequila.
don't forget the cap.
Of course.
Looking fresh as fuck.
Oh, speaking of, I'll have to send you a picture of the hat that we made.
Oh, you guys made a hat? Oh,
Yeah,
we did.
dude, we're making like a mad amount of merch right now.
Oh,
Shameless plug.
I'm getting into merch. I haven't got there yet. I'm thinking about it. I do want to make some ball caps though. That's the goal.
Yeah, I actually have the first production unit.
Yeah, he got a dad hat that says crit head on it.
Oh, man, that's sick.
Here,
Dude.
I'll put it in the Chuck Norris chat. I'll put it in Chuck Prime.
Chuck Prime.
Chuck Prime. All right.
And then I also made this, but yeah, we can discuss that later.
Perfect.
All right. I was like, let me get back on track before this turns into 30 minutes of Chuck Norris Prime.
Again.
I feel that's like 90% of whatever we get together. It's just Chuck Norris Prime.
I mean, he can't be stopped. It's the truth.
He can't. He's the fucking legend. He's the GOAT. All right, man. You ready to answer some wild questions here?
Fucking hit me.
All right, let's go. I'll lob you a softball question here real quick.
Nah, he said hit him. Go full force.
Okay.
Hit me with a goddamn shovel, damn it.
All right. So we all know that you're the DM for Coffee in D&D, which is a great fucking podcast, dude. I love everything you guys are doing. I love your fucking coffee talk. Fucking shit's legit. How long have you known this party that you've been DMing for?
Ooh, that is a really good question. So, I actually know all of my party. I've actually known them for quite a while. Of course, I have my girlfriend, Demry, who plays Quill. I've known her for a while. I have my buddy Toast. I've known him for a while. The two that I've known more recently would have to be the other Hunter and Cody. I met Cody when I was working at a gun manufacturer, and he DM'd for me when I was a player. I played like probably a couple sessions, didn't really get too deep into it, didn't get to really have the full experience of a player. And then I met the Hunter when I worked at the job that I'm currently at. He came in for a summer. He worked. We got along really well. So when I went to start Coffee and D&D, I was like, Cody loves D&D. He's been in D&D for a long time. Hunter, he's only played once. Both of the Hunters have only played once. So it was kind of like a perfect moment to bring them in. So I've known these guys for quite a while. Drink on occasion together. Except for Cody, he sadly lives away. So that's why we do everything digital.
We got one of those too.
Yep.
Yeah,
that we do.
our sweet Eldrick. He lives away from us.
I saw you guys got a new person.
Yeah, we got a new player, Zero. I've known him for a minute, but he's a little bit newer to D&D. But he wanted to get into it because I've DM'd for him a couple of times, and he was like super stoked to get in. I was like, "Fuck it, let's make it happen."
Well, congrats on that. He seems fun.
Oh, he is. All right, so be honest. From your group, from the adventuring party that you DM for, who is the biggest liability?
Oh, hold on. I got to take these off.
You got to put him into business mode now.
That's how you know he's serious.
We're talking biggest liability. Like, what do you mean? Like, what the biggest threat?
In game, like how Tor it would be our biggest liability because he just runs off and does random shit. We got no leash on that fucking guy.
Sadly, that is like the only one that isn't a liability would have to be Stygius. The other three are their own special liabilities. We got Quill is probably like I'm ranking this out of 1 out of 3 here. Okay, Quill's number 3. She's not a huge liability. The next one would have to be Rico because he's always trying to do something. And the biggest liability would have to be Damocles. Literally in episode 16, we had a whole hour session of just me and him on this drunken adventure that he went on.
Yeah, that must be wild. Having to like DM for 3 just like crazy players are like, I'm gonna go do this. And you're like, please don't. You're
Well,
like,
I mean, I look for the creativity, and they're all so creative in their own fun ways that really it's not like hard. I more enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge of having to be on top of my feet all the time. Some crazy shit has happened because of those 3, and Cody has just been along for the ride 90% of the time.
they're just dragging them. Like, all right, I guess
100%.
I'm a part of this now.
They've done shit that he does not want to do.
All right, so you've kind of fallen into the role of default DM. You've said before that you've played. What was your last character that you remember playing?
Oh, last character, and I brought him in was he was called Rick the Raccoon. It was a custom-made raccoon folk. He wasn't like I used the raccoon folk stats from outside, but his backstory was he was a raccoon made into a raccoon folk through magical transformation. He was an assassin rogue. I only got up to like level 5 with him. But a few of the unique things about him is he was trying to build this weapon called the hook, line, and sinker, which was a dagger that was like an immovable rod. So he could stab someone and put the immovable rod in their chest. And then he also had a scythe type dagger that allowed him to pull people in with the line, which was supposed to be like this magical spider string. On top of that, he was just 100% sneaky. I was a complete rat when it came to it. I would use my bonus action always to hide, and I'm pretty sure I pissed off the DM 90% of the time.
Yeah, dude, that sounds kind of like that sounds like a nightmare weapon if you have to come against it.
I never got to build it, but it was going to be a nightmare weapon, and I wanted to make it so it would level up with my character. Like it would get damage, it'd grow in damage as I leveled up, so it would make it, a little bit more powerful. So that way, like my character, I only get 1 attack, and I'd like to be able to do a decent amount of damage with that 1 attack.
Yeah. You told us about your character right here. So on a scale from 1 to cursed sword, how emotionally stable was that character?
Honestly, he was quite balanced in the thick of it. I mean, he did have an unbelievable sneak and investigation, but really he was somewhat intelligent and somewhat wise, but his charisma and his strength was zip. Like he had nothing.
What was he a caster?
No, so rogues are very good with intelligence for investigation. Like that's one of their biggest things. So I put a little bit into wisdom, not a whole lot into like a wisdom and intelligence were around like, I think 14. My dexterity was a 20. I think my strength was maybe like a 12 and my charisma was maybe like a 10. Like I rolled really shit, but I rolled really good on my dex. My constitution was probably a 16. I think. So he was pretty well balanced. I was just a pain in the ass.
You kind of lean more towards like away from casters, more kind of like hand-on-hand combat kind of characters?
I would not say that at the current moment. That was quite a while ago. I would personally say if I were to build a character today, I would probably have to go like Bard, 100%.
All right. So with you playing a bard,
would go Bard.
What is the most abused spell that you would say that you
would
use?
you go Bard? And if you could pick, what would your top 3 choices for race, species, whatever you want to call it, be?
I would have to say my most abused spell would probably have to be Vicious Mockery and Counterspell.
Okay, yeah. That's a good little combo right there too.
And I want to change how Vicious Mockery works. I want to really change how we look at Vicious Mockery as DMs.
Yeah.
Because it's a cantrip, but why not make the cantrip more fun, there's so many interesting ways you can what you can do. Like one of my ideas was instead of like, because the opponent has an ability to save against it to take no damage.
Yeah.
And normally it's a D4 or whatever, I don't remember, a D6 plus your charisma modifier.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, it does good damage, and when you get higher levels, it does better, but it's really not great. One idea that I've thought of is have it be based off of a performance check.
Okay.
They have to the bard has to do something, has to physically perform that vicious mockery in their style, and then they roll a performance check against the other person. They get to add their spell modifier. Well, no, they get their performance check, so they get their
Mhm.
charisma plus their performance. The other person just has to roll against it, and if the opponent gets higher, it doesn't work. But if the other person gets higher, they get half. Like depending on the level, they would get maybe half the damage of what they rolled.
Yeah.
So at higher levels, it would do more, and maybe at like a certain level, what they roll for the performance check is the actual damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I can add like a mechanic to it, it would be like, hey, like make this as mean as you can. And if you legitimately hurt my feelings, I won't even roll a save against it.
Right, right, and I feel like that too. Or another great idea that I thought of was, I mean, actually, this wasn't my idea. This was actually my girlfriend's idea. Is make it judged. Have the rest of the party judge it on a scale.
You would need somebody that's unbiased, though, because if it's the rest of the party, I feel like they'd be like, "Oh, he got you," or like just a non-lyrical rap battle. I want to see just like back and forth and insults.
Or like, I mean, it'd be really fun, like for like a music bard that runs into another bard, like to have like a music battle, and it's just vicious mockery back and forth.
That would be fucking sick. It's just a rap battle at that point.
Yeah, it's just a rap battle. It's truly just a rap battle, and I think that would be really fun for vicious mockery because it's like you're doing damage to each other back and forth, and it's instead of it being just a one thing, it's like if you target this person and they also have that ability, it starts a war between you, and you're locked into it until one of you dies.
Oh, Jesus. It's just ongoing fucking damage until
So
there's
yeah,
only one standing.
you
Make
run into a wizard that has it, and you and the wizard are now in a rap battle on their cleverness versus your lyrics, and it's like who's gonna fucking win, and they can't stop. It's like they can't stop until one wins, make it so it's like persistent. If you don't come back at it, then you receive the damage over the how many turns it went at once.
Yeah. Like I said, I would personally, I would add that little flavor. Like, if you can make me cry, we're gonna double the damage and pass it to the next person. Just keep going in a circle till somebody can't come up with somebody and they take all the damage.
That's exactly what it is. I feel like that would be nuts and would really change it.
Imagine if dying because of fucking your character dies because of fucking vicious mockery. Like it just keeps going around and around until one person can't fucking come up with something.
That would be truly, that would be fucking like, that'd be a hell of a way to die as a player. Like
But
you're out this guy.
are you gonna actually make them do the mockery?
Yes, yes, they physically have to make the mockery
Yeah, because that's what I think should be the biggest implementation,
or
and I've always
describe how
thought
to do
that.
the mockery.
Oh,
If
no describing. They have
Physically
to
do it.
come up. Yes, they have to come up with it. It's the same with fuck. What is the other one? Why is my brain not braining?
I have no idea.
It's another spell similar to vicious mockery.
So like the way I see it though
Not
is like
coming
you're
to me,
playing
guys.
digital, and say you want to do like movement for it. You have to
Mhm.
describe your movement, but you can still say your line. You have to physically say your line no matter what. Like I feel
Yeah.
like the biggest part about a bard, and that's the funnest part about a bard, is you're meant to be the most creative because bards, they're constantly having to be creative with their spells. And that's one thing that I love about a bard is like the creativity, the uses of their spells and what spells you can have 6 different bard and they can all be different because of the spell list alone.
Oh yeah, that's a real it's a real versatile. You can build it like fucking 70 ways and just never have the same fucking bard.
And then you get into multi-classing with them and talk about like a whole nother level. Like if you're going to multi-class with a bard, like the bard is one of the most versatile multi-class. Like the ability to just multi-class with damn near every other class is nuts.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude, for sure. I'd be like, I don't know, because that vicious mockery is a good idea, but I'm starting to think about it too. But like, what if somebody starts crying? If you cry, you automatically fail a
Die.
death save.
Die.
Oh no, you took it to the extreme.
You just your character just receives all of that damage, and if it's been racking up back and forth, and you make the DM cry, that DM's NPC or a villain just fucking dies. You know, like they take all of the damage that's been racked up between these rounds.
It's the big
Mechanic-wise.
baddie, and it just got one shot by vicious mockery.
As mechanically wise, if the player cries, they fail a death save. If you can make the DM cry, you should get advantage for the rest of the session.
Or you get
Just
a point
inspiration.
of inspiration. Point of inspiration, 100%.
You take a level of Chuck.
You take a level of Chuck. It's a whole nother leveling system.
Yeah, but once you take that level, it can never be removed. So don't forget that.
You can't wash the Chuck off.
Remember what happens every time you get a level, he gets closer to hunting you down.
Oh no. At 5 points, he finds you. What is it like that fucking... Do you remember that Slender Man game from like 2015 where you have to go around and find like the pages or whatever?
Yeah, and the more pages you find, the closer he gets to you.
Yeah, it's that, but every time you gather a point of Chuck, he gets slightly closer and nobody else sees him but you.
Yeah, if you get 6 Chuck Norrises, he just finds you and kills you. Like, it's like exhaustion, but way worse because you can't stop him.
And
like,
imagine that, though.
Just magical fists just appear through dimensional doors and just punch you in the fucking head.
But no one else can see it. They just see your reaction to getting punched. Like, they just see your head caving in, your neck snapping, like all this shit going on, and they have no idea.
They watch Chuck Norris kill you in the most gruesome fashion possible.
But that's what I'm saying. They can't see Chuck Norris. You can see like a reflections of like when you go wash up in like a river, you see him standing behind you or inside the river and he tries to pull you in.
He's just breathing on your neck and he's never really there.
And then just nobody believes it. Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Everyone sees Chuck Norris do it.
I'm gonna take that down for a one shot. I'm gonna make a horror one shot for Halloween, and it's just gonna be surviving Chuck.
And actually, I'm telling you, I am going to get Chuck Norris on one of these. I'm going to just start tagging him, and every time I'm in something that I talk about Chuck Norris, I'm just going to start tagging him, and eventually he will respond to me.
That's the goal. My personal goal is I want to play a game of D&D with Danny DeVito. Because that just has a great ring to it.
Fucking God.
D&D with Danny DeVito.
That would be fucking amazing. Play with
Danny
too much DeVito.
That's too much D.
Bro, that's all the D.
And you openly won it. What the fuck?
In Dungeons and Dragons.
Danny DeVito's in Dungeons and Dragons.
I love it, dude.
Wait.
Magnum is dong.
Is Danny DeVito eating Doritos while playing Dungeons and Dragons?
Danny DeVito is...
Goddamn, you broke it, bro. You broke D&D.
He's drinking doses and eating Doritos while playing D&D.
CJ, you can go home, dog. You fucking won D&D.
All right. Good night, y'all.
All right, Coffee. We got something that we wanted to try here. So, do you have a D4 with you?
Of course I have a D4 with me.
I've created 4 random-ass D&D games. I'm going to have you roll a D4, tell me what you get, and that's what you're going to play. But the catch is you are going to play against CJ.
Oh, fuck. That's a 2.
A 2? Alrighty.
Oh, he almost pulled the toe.
I told her. All right, bud. So the game you guys are going to be playing is Magical Items or Malarkey.
Oh.
So I'm going to give you guys 3 items. 2 of them are fake, and 1 is a real useless D&D item.
Oh, fuck.
I know your job.
I know them all. Let's hit me.
Oh, no. So your guys' goal is going to be to try to guess the real one. So I'm going to read through all of them. You're going to ponder it for a second, and then you're going to let me know which one you think it is and why. All right, you guys ready?
Oh, fuck.
I'm game.
The first item we have is the Staff of Bird Calls. It's a wooden staff decorated with birds. It gets 10 charges. You can mimic calls of birds such as duck calls, a goose honk, or a turkey gobble. The second one is the Toadstool Amulet. A glistening green stone. It gives you resistance to poison, but you compulsively croak like a toad whenever you are surprised, frightened, or take poison damage. And the last one is the feather of the watchful owl. Once per long rest, you can place the feather to your forehead and you get advantage on all perception rolls involving sight, but you get disadvantage on all charisma based rolls.
See, and these all sound legit as fuck. Oh god,
Yeah, they're
I
really
hate
good.
that I see.
Those are really good.
I do all my shit as far as character building goes. I never do research on items. I'll do backstory, all that shit. So this is a weakness. Fuck. I'm gonna go with the first one, the bird calling, because it seems like some of the. I love D&D because of how crazy it gets, and it seems like a lot of times when you're looking at magical items, even some legendaries, you look at this and go, what is the fucking purpose?
I'm gonna have to go with that toadstool amulet.
Okay. What's your reasoning behind it?
I'm pretty fucking sure I have used or have seen said thing in a said skit / thing that I have done in the past as a DM. I cannot remember specifically, but I don't know. It just feels too real, man.
It hits you real,
it's
right?
so hard. That would be something that if it isn't a magic item, I would totally make that a fucking magic item type deal.
All right. So we do have a correct one between those. So the feather of the watchful owl is fake. That's one of the fake ones. You guys want me
Okay.
to tell you which one's the fake one or which one's the real one first?
So I knew that one was fake 100% because I have never seen anything labeled as a feather in the book.
Oh damn, you're going through books.
No, I don't even have my books with me. I just know in that book that there is nothing that says feather, and if it does, it doesn't
Except feather
with
fall.
like feather fall.
Okay.
That's a potion.
Yeah.
Or a spell.
All right. So which one do you guys want? The real or the fake?
Give us the fake.
Yeah.
Fake one, unfortunately, is the toadstool amulet.
I figured.
Yeah, that is the fake one.
The bird call one. I knew
Holy
I wasn't gonna
shit.
pick the same as him. I was playing fair, and he said that one. When I heard that one, I was like, "Yep, I know there's bird pipes in this game, so it 100 makes sense that there's a staff of bird calls."
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, and that's why I was like, this sounds like something I've glanced over and been like, why the fuck would I want this?
You have no idea how long I had to go through and try to find an item that's actually a real item, but that's useless, and it sounds fake because I went through like a lot of items. I was like, I came across this one. I was like, ain't no fucking way, this ain't
Yeah.
real. And I was like, no, it's real. It's the staff. The bird call is from, how do you pronounce it? Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Xanthar's
Yeah.
Guide to Everything. I literally have that book behind me, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it in there. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's one, but I'm not 100%. But I'm going to go with the toadstool because that is definitely something I would make, if not real.
The feather of the watchful owls, I thought was kind of cool. Like, I think that would be cool, but it's like apparently the reason you get like disadvantage on all charisma is because you have a feather taped to your head.
No, I thought it'd be funnier if it just made you who all the time.
Yeah, it took me a while to find these items and like I'm gonna just come up with like some random shit, and then to find the actual like real item that sounded fake was even harder.
I'm gonna give that one to CJ 100%. I know there's bird pipes, and I'm like, fuck, he's got it. I know he's got it. I'm just gonna go with the toadstool because maybe I might be right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I got lucky on that one.
Yeah, for sure. You really got that one. I was like, that's a great pick. You picked it, and I was like, shit, he got it. But all three items would be very cool to have, but very useless. They'd be like very niche situations where you could actually use them.
No, 100%. You get the right amount of players, you can find every fucking reason to make those more useful than they need to be.
We'll make a kumite where everybody fights to death, and then they just get one useless item each. It's like the world's shittiest Hunger Games.
Oh my god.
I'll
like
make it
I can
work.
totally see how the bird call thing would be used to so many advantages. Just in the middle of a fight, being able to distract a caster by making it sound like there's a bird behind them, like a turkey, that would be like an instant distraction. I would like if my player says I want to make a bird sound right behind the bad guy.
Yeah.
To see if I can distract him. If you heard a turkey behind you, you would have to look, especially if it sounded right behind you. You know, you'd be
That's
like, "What
terrifying.
the fuck?
Reverse Thanksgiving.
It's
The
eating
fucking
you."
yeah, the turkey's coming for you.
Oh God, what?
But I think in that situation,
Oh,
I
wait.
think maybe all of them might be useful because
Dude,
of having
that
advantage on perception on everything. Well, sight based.
Yeah, I mean, or like I feel like the toadstool amulet would be really funny, especially to make it a cursed item. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, they put it on, but they don't know that it makes you sound like a toad every time you're frightened. You know, it gives you resistance to poison damage, and you make it a little bit sweeter by like maybe they can imbue one of their attacks with like 1d6 poison. But then if they get scared, frightened, charmed, or anything, they just croak like a toad until the spell effect or until the save wears off. They can't speak, they just croak.
Oh god, that'd be terrifying. Just be like in a scary situation, like, tell me right now, how is your character feeling? Like a little frightened. Start croaking. Start croaking now.
Yeah, just send them
Ma.
send them a message. Just start croaking.
You don't know me. I got that frog in me. Ribbit.
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 The party's trying to talk to him and he's frightened. Ribbit. 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 Ribbit.
I hope one of you guys fucking speak with animals.
Right.
Would that work?
Actually, yeah.
The goddamn rules lawyer. I was like, God damn it. Would that work? Rules
Yes.
lawyer. Would it really? Even if they're a person?
Technically it would.
Yeah, because
if
they're not
the
a person
amulet
at that
makes
point.
you speak like a toad, then technically you're speaking an animal's language. So therefore they would have to speak with animals in order to understand you.
I want to put one of those little PSA sounds like with the more you know.
Breaking news. If you sound like a toad, you can use speak to animals to talk to toads.
Imagine you burn your speak with animals and it's just nonsense.
It's just cursing.
This isn't even real toad.
It's just the character yelling fuck the whole time.
Calm down. Fuck.
Fuck.
All right. Well, the wizard's not going to be any help right now.
But technically, you can still cast spells. It just sounds in toad.
For sure, dude. All
you
right,
can
man.
cast fireball. It's just going to be in toad croaks.
How would that affect it, though?
No, technically it wouldn't because it's a verbal component. The only thing it would affect are spells that say that the person has to understand the language you speak. For example, command. You could not use command.
Huh.
Or
Unless you're talking to a frog.
You can only
Like
command
people.
toads.
If you're fighting frog people, it's the perfect thing.
You better load up that fucking spell.
They may speak common, but guess what? I speak toad.
Isn't that what they said Mark Zuckerberg is, a frog person?
No, I thought he was a lizard.
He's a lizard person.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
is a lizard
part of the
person.
Illuminati.
His eyes look like a frog, though.
You're like, Illuminati. I was like, why you do the Rockefeller label thing? I was like, the fucking Jay-Z's label. I was like, okay.
Fly butterfly, fly away.
Fly away. All right, man. So we got one more segment for you here. So everybody's that's played D&D, they've experienced both ends of the scale. They've rolled nat ones and they've fucked up their shit really bad, and then they've rolled nat 20s and they fucking saved the day. This last segment is called One Roll to Rule Them All. Can you tell us a situation where a nat 1 just fucked you over completely?
Where that one fucked me over completely. Sadly, at this current moment with our current, I don't know when this is going to be released, but with our current episode releases, I can't actually say the natural one, but I can give you another one. Probably the most fucked up that I've had a nat one fuck me over would probably be in one of our earlier episodes when I rolled for initiative on a dragon and he rolled a natural one and he was at the bottom of I rolled a natural one and Damocles rolled a natural one for initiative. So the dragon went just before him, but that dragon got ass fucked by the rest of them.
They just stomped them out.
Yeah, I mean, level 5, they were level 5, and they 2-round young dragon, which was nuts. I thought that was going to be much more of a challenge. I literally was only able to get my breath off once, and then they just murdered it.
Anybody rub dirt in the wound and they're like, that was so easy.
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they really rubbed dirt. I didn't tell them about that natural one, but they really fucking rubbed the dirt in that one.
You're
I
like, all
do
right,
have
guys.
I do have a better one, which really didn't fuck me over. It fucked everything over. But then again, that's in an episode to come. And
What about personally, like as a player, like for you?
I really don't roll natural ones that often. Truly, like I'm really not the nat one guy.
You're the chosen one.
I really roll. I think I do roll natural ones every so often, but a lot of the time when I do, it's with advantage, and then the next roll always better.
Yeah,
So
you're like
that hurts.
You're like the golden god of D&D, and then CJ's like your fucking Wario.
I mean, I literally have
Hey,
party's known
right.
to roll natural ones. I mean, we've had some crazy episodes where we have 8, 9, or 10 natural ones, and it's nuts. It's nuts.
I feel so thankful that I play with CJ because he is a buffer for nat ones. Like, I think I've only rolled a handful of them. Yeah, he takes literally every one of them. If he doesn't take a nat one a session, it's not a real session.
Right. Nothing really went down that session if he didn't take the nat one.
What about you, CJ? What would you say is your worst fucking nat one? Lord knows you take so fucking many of them. It's like you're collecting them at this point.
I would have to say the worst it's ever done me is on a perception check. A natural one on a perception check. That is probably about the worst it's ever done me.
I took a nat one during a fight. It was I think it was early on in the campaign we're playing now when Stoney was fighting the wall, and I came out talking mad shit like,
oh yeah, you were,
like hateful amount of fucking shit to that guy, and I fucking lost. I lost bad. I was like, fuck, man.
You didn't lose bad. You just lost in kind of an embarrassing way.
Yeah, I got punked. All right, so let's hit the other end of that spectrum, though. So, what about a nat 20? Because, we know that it feels real good to hit that nat 20, especially in clutch moments. You ever had anything that comes in like fucking super handy last minute?
Honestly, again, like I've had some really crazy. One of the craziest nat 20s as a player wise I've had is I was fighting my players with this questing knight, and his first roll off the gate was a natural 20, and then to hit his first attack was a natural 20. So I ended up doing a total in 3 attacks. I ended up doing a total of like 109 damage to Damocles, and he was able to prevent some of it. So he only took 91, but the dude only had like 60 health. So like I had almost overkilled him to the point where he had automatically failed a death save. Because if you go over the limit of 45, you automatically take a fail on a death save. And if you get hit more than your health plus 45, you take an automatic fail. It's a rule they really haven't got to experience yet because I haven't done enough damage to them because they're pretty fucking hardy. I'm going to go on the opposite end of that, though, where I've had an actual natural 20 fuck me. And it was my players. This is in one of our recent episodes. Our players were searching for a hot air balloon because they really wanted one. And they had been rolling natural 20s to try to find this hot air balloon. They get to this tavern that's halfway through their destination into getting to somewhere else, and they ask the tavern keep if he's heard of like this tribe of gnomes that's really good at making like these very magical arcane engines and may have the ability to make a hot air balloon or have made a hot air balloon. I rolled a natural 20 for his history check to see if he knew anything, and I literally had to tell them exactly where the fuck to go. Not like exactly, but in the direction and what to look for. So I had at that moment, that was a switch of I genuinely had to make up the whole thing because it was a thing of they were trying and I was like, okay, this is the last breaker before, because I know I have a nuts perception person that's going to be able to find this. This is my last stopper. And I rolled a natural 20 and I went, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I feel like as you being the DM, you can kind of fuck yourself either way on either one of those. So it's not just like rolling a nat 1 fucks you. Rolling a nat 20 can also fuck you. It's not necessarily always a good thing.
See, what's crazy is I think my best net 20 was in an older episode where Tor had an idea, and this idea was driving Stony batshit crazy, and he rolled an athletics check to get away, and he rolled a nat 20, and he was able to stay in evasion mode from everybody and just keep on doing with his chaotic crazy plan.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of the episodes that we're releasing at the time now. But
I think so.
But you dick, I hated that. You're like, I'm gonna get away. And I was like, no, you're not. I'm gonna catch you. And you're like, nat 20. I was like, that's a 6. What does a 6 get me?
Nowhere near that natural 20.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Tor's, anytime Tor rolls a nat 20, that's a 30 for athletics.
That which is
Holy
fucking
shit.
dude. Like
That's
you don't hit nat 20s that often, but when you do, you make them fucking count.
so
There are always in like moments where they're like, you need that fucking 20.
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly like my perception. So my rogue has a nuts perception. So he has the observer feat plus his wisdom is through the goddamn roof. He rolls a natural 20. It was again for the hot air balloon. He rolled a natural 20 to find these gnomes. That's a fucking 32.
Goddamn, nice 12 there.
That is a 12 bonus to it. He gets a 32 if he rolls a natural 20 first perception. And they're only, at that point, they were only level 7.
Hell yeah. So he optimized for that shit.
Yeah, the dude cannot see his passive is like a 34 or something at this point.
Goddamn.
Yeah, dude, I think like I've had like a handful of glorious fucking like nat 20 moments, but one of my favorite was in the original campaign that I had used Julian, the character that I used for the one shot that you did, which if you guys haven't heard yet, go over to Coffee's his channel, his page, wherever you can hit him up, find him. He did this amazing fucking one shot where I got to use a character that I never got to complete the story. I feel a lot of us have that, where we have that great character, but they never get the ending. Which, thank you again for giving me that ending.
You're
But
welcome.
It was in the original campaign that I had made him for. The DM, I was trying to make like a gun that holds spells, and I could use that as my focus. And she's all like, it's gonna be kind of a hard thing to do that because like the magic and like it being so intricate with the machine parts, you're gonna have to roll high. I was like, that's a 20. So I ended up getting a shotgun that could be broken up into 2 handguns that can hold, I think, what was it, like 6 spells per gun. And she's like, yeah, those don't count against your known spells. I was like, fuck yeah. So I didn't have to, I didn't have to burn spell slots to use that. I was like, whew, that might be one of my greatest moments though.
Holy shit. That is nuts. My players have had some really awesome natural 20s. And I love when they get natural 20s because it's great for me to just watch the excitement and the shit that goes down when a natural 20 hits. They really don't get natural 20s a lot in combat. That is a lie, they do. And that's how they kind of killed the dragon. I think they got like fucking 3 or 4 natural 20s when they were fighting that dragon and just dumped. So our crit system works different than a lot of others. Our crit system is you do max damage plus what you roll. So that goes for me so like when I did 109 damage, I did a fuck ton of damage. Because you get max damage of what you're doing. So for example, say you had a paladin, you get the 2d6 plus your strength bonus and your divine smite max damage as long as you call it before you roll, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then you roll the rest. So you can do a lot of damage in one turn. But the other side of that is if I roll a natural 20, that's a lot of damage coming from my end.
Let me get these dice real quick.
Yep. And they always hate it because I'm like, oh man, okay. Oh, I rolled a natural 20. And it was like, okay, so that's 42 with everything. Okay, let me roll. And I roll it on there, and they're like, there's so many fucking dice.
I remember I heard the preview you had sent us for the ad swap we had originally done, like when we first like met you guys. You're like, I don't remember who it was. They're like, I'll take the hit from the door. You're like, all right, let me get my dice. And you just hear you like grab a fucking handful of dice. It's like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a lot of controversy behind that clip. Really what it was is like no one really listened to what it was. I mean, the shopkeep was a very high level something, and he made that door hit that dude. I mean, he sent that door at Damocles, and Damocles got smacked by the door, which did a certain amount of damage, flew 15 feet and 10 feet down. So you're looking at a D6 and another D6, and he failed his acrobatics check to land. So that's another set of dice that I threw in there.
Psychic damage.
And then, so I ended up doing like 38 points of damage. The door did like 2d10 from slam. You know, like the catapult spell, it does like 2 to like however many d10. That was kind of what it was. I think I used telekinesis, but I combined it with like a little bit of the catapult to slam the door and hit him, and then he also took fall damage. So all of the damage that I rolled was accurate. Just people were like, "That's too much damage," you know. I'm like, you don't know what happened. You weren't there.
Can I roll for mercy? All right, man. Well, it's been so fucking great having you here. I'm so happy that you got to be our first episode. Thank you so much, Coffee. If you want to go ahead and plug whatever you got going on right now.
So find us at Coffee and D&D on Spotify and on most podcast services. You could probably find most of our episodes, but Spotify is really our hotspot. And then follow us on our socials at coffee.n.d&d. We're on TikTok. TikTok's our big man right now. Instagram's not been treating us very well, but you can find us on Instagram and on Blue Sky and on YouTube at Coffee and D&D Podcast. It's not caught up to the rest of our current episodes. We've been really busy trying to keep up with everything, but we're slowly getting it caught up. And I do want to thank these guys, and I'm glad that I was able to give a little inspiration to do something like we do, but a little bit different in your own style of a talk, because I think it's really important for everyone in this D&D community to have a space and an outlet for things that they want to do.
Hell yeah, man. Like I said, we greatly appreciate it. You were like the driving inspiration for this fucking podcast, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. So go ahead and check out their caffeinated craziness, and also shameless plug. Check out Nat One and Done as well.
Yes, check out these guys. These guys are amazing. Like, truly, these guys are awesome.
We got some crazy shit going. Thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate you being able to do this.
Of course.
Till next time, adventurers, thank you for stopping by at the Chat One and Done Tavern.
Peace out. Stay caffeinated.